Welcome and good evening to this year's Learning Technologist of the Year Awards. I am very delighted to welcome you all here, in particular all those nervous finalists who are sitting amongst you, waiting to find out what their fate is this evening. Our conference is very much about our community, and yesterday, for those of you who joined us in the evening in the gala dinner, we really tried to celebrate all of us together as a group. But tonight are about those who really deserve and have earned the recognition of their peers from amongst the judges panel this year, but also for the first time in the history of the award, voted for by the community as we award our special Community Choice Award. So I hope you've all voted in that. This evening is really about celebrating outstanding excellence in the field of learning technology. And this association has played a pioneering role in establishing that recognition on a national scale. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Richard from ULCC, who've been supporting this award and this community for the past 3 years, to just say a few words about what supporting this award means to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Maren. Hello and good evening to everybody. And thank you, Maren. Thank you for inviting us again this year to sponsor this. And you asked me to say a few words about what this means to us. Well, this is a very important conference to us. As Maren says, we've sponsored it for the last 3 years. We see this conference and this community as crucial to us. Fits very well with where we see ourselves. I'm director of ULCC, and what we aim to do in terms of the Moodle services that we provide is to do, I suspect, what many of you find yourselves doing, which is provide that interface between IT and technical functions with academics and the practice of learning and teaching on a day-to-day basis. So we very much value this community and the important work that you and other colleagues do. It's clear, I think, that many of the significant changes in higher and further education are being driven by you in terms of the adoption of new methods in learning technology. And we're very proud to be a part of that as ULCC, and proud to be a part of ULT and to support this conference and to support these awards. So, I was told to be brief, and that's all I will say by way of introduction. So I think I hand over to, sorry, this isn't very well rehearsed, but I think I hand over now to Diana to present the first award in respect of the Team Awards, which is one of the highly commended entrants. I should say that I've spoken to a colleague of mine who was involved in the judging, and he was saying what a very strong field of, I think, nearly 40 submissions there were. So we have 4 tonight who will be commended, but I know that it was a very strong submission. So I'll hand over to Diana to give the first of the highly commended awards.
Well, thank you, Richard. And all I really want to say in advance of doing that is that the day that I and the panel spent judging these awards was probably one of the most life-enhancing of the entire year, actually, because what you're hearing about is the real excellence of practice which is going on in this sector. And it's so valuable to be able to hear that despite all the cuts, despite the difficulties of struggling to make these things work in the context of higher and further education these days, even now there is some really, truly excellent practice going on. So it was just a great day. We had a very hard time discussing and deciding, but it was great fun, and we just saw a lot of really good stuff. So I just want to thank everybody who entered. It was a truly excellent field. And now we have the difficult task of saying, nonetheless, there are winners. Oh, I see. I read it out. I get to read it out. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. So, for the first award, the Highly Commended Team Award is given to TELMeD, Peninsula Schools of Medicine and Dentistry at Plymouth University. Would the team please come up?
this a smooth production, can't you?
So I get to give the next highly commended award, which is for our near neighbours to where I work, the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicines team, working on the MOOC called Ebola in Context. So, Leo, you have to have your photo taken. Leo's very worried that he's accepting on behalf of his colleagues, but you have to have your photo taken on behalf of your colleague as well. And you have to hold it up. Yeah, I mean, you have to hold it. It's yours now. Yeah. Close to go.
And now I'd like to announce the runner-up award for the Learning Technologist in the Learning Technologist of the Year award for academic support, technology and innovation to the University of Plymouth.
The Oscars goes on for about 5 hours, actually. You'll see it's 2 hours, but there's a lot of filing in and out. So my great pleasure and honour at this point is to announce the winner of the team award, and it's the Digital Learning team from the University of Leeds.
Let me say something quickly. Let me just say how incredibly proud I am of my team. There's a small selection of them here. They work absolutely tirelessly at the University of Leeds to deliver what I think is fantastic learning content for our students and for students around the world. And I'm really blown away by how professional they are and how dedicated they are to educational technology. So well done. Thank you.
And the individual award runner-up is John Kerr from the College of Social Sciences, University of Glasgow. Very popular. Well done. Congratulations.
Is that working? Okay. Just wanted to say thank you very much to the University of Hull for giving me the opportunity to bring game-based learning to the university and to experiment, explore and play with Minecraft, which has engaged over 3,000 people through the MOOC and has engaged school children, secondary school children and academics alike. So long may game-based learning live, and I hope to do a lot more with it in the future. So thank you very much indeed.
So we tossed a coin for this, and the way it's fallen, I get to award the final award, and this is new this year, very exciting, as Maren said. The Community Favourite Award is the title of this. And even more exciting, we had joint first. So we have to award it to two submissions. So immediately you think, well, how are they going to share the trophy or the certificate or the champagne? I'm not sure which. But that's not such a problem because both teams are from the University of Plymouth. We've seen them before. It's not a fix. It's not a fix. There were a lot of votes from the southwest, but it's not a fix. And so they are the TELMeD team from the Peninsula School of Medicine and Dentistry, and the Academic Support Technology and Innovation team in Plymouth University. So I'd like you all to come up here, please, to accept the award. That's Johnny. Good. Excellent. Well done. Okay. So there are two copies. So you want to hold on to one?
Team on either side. So just the two. Yeah.
Somebody do.
Yeah. And then just bring them.
You're done this. Yeah, sure.
Neil, did you want to say anything? Or any of you?
I just think it's going to be a very, very expensive evening.
Before we all go for dinner, and before you all leave, do stay on the stage, because for the first time this year, we do want to grab one photo of all of our award winners together. So while I appreciate you are hungry and the bar downstairs is still open, thanks to ULCC, if all of the award finalists who've been rewarded this evening could come back on stage, we'll do one last final picture. Great, so ladies and gentlemen, if I could ask you for one more big round of applause for all of our winners this evening. Thank you very much. Right, and with that, dinner is served downstairs and the bar is still open. Have a wonderful evening and thank you for joining us.